I need you to know that doing this work with you is exactly what I need. It's exactly what I need. And there are so many fun little intuitive things that are happening with it. It prompted my thinking so beautifully, and that's some of what came out on the treasure trove inventory was all these things I had either designed or thought about, and it was the most glorious day of just
Oh, beautiful.
kind of sinking into my own stuff. And
Yes.
so
And
that
notice
was,
that your own stuff, Annie.
yep, yep, exactly. I felt so happy. I felt so, uh, I, I felt my own brilliance, and I felt like I can do this, like I can really start doing this. And I started thinking bigger. I started thinking deeper, and all of it was great. So I thank you so much. The structure that you are providing fits me to a T. It's exactly what I need to just methodically be going through this and thinking about it in a new way.
I understand. There's so much coming through you. And then also, there is this brilliant body of work that you have that you're just beginning to see how that begins to um, kind of self-organize through this new lens,
Yes,
right? It's kind of
yes,
like this beautiful kaleidoscope, and now you've got this new lens, and like all of these pieces that you've got are starting to fall into place in a beautiful new way.
yes, exactly, exactly.
Isn't that
And
cool?
that's thrilling. It's so beyond cool. It's just it's like it's the answer to the prayer, the answer to my prayer of all of this time. If I look at that list of workshop titles and all of those things, a lot of those things didn't happen, and a lot of them didn't happen because they didn't have a context.
That's it.
Like I didn't know what order to do things in. I didn't know, like what form, what shape, or how to even figure that out, or how to price anything, or how to, like what I was doing. I felt like I was just, like taking stabs in the dark, and it wasn't satisfying, and I just feel like I get that we're on this path together to do that, like to just, uh, and, even so, that's amazing. The sequence thing is amazing. But just with this work and your permission, it's like I've given myself permission to just do brain dumps, like to just, because I have so much in my head, and I have,
Yes.
and that's actually what those charts are, it's sort of like periodically I would just say, okay, just get this down on paper, blah, blah, blah. Or I'd be doing something with somebody, and, I would map out the training, or I would map out the workshop, or I would map out the, my thinking around something. And it's all coming back and falling into place. And
Yes.
I think even like the matchmaker thing was so profound. It was, and I actually, as you could probably see from that one little picture, I did it with sticky notes. So I just wrote each one on a sticky, and then rearranged them. And there were surprising things. Like the facilitating one was a delightful surprise to me. As you can see from, the arcs, or the works that happen out of that, it's like that became okay, this is actually what I'm aiming for.
Hmm.
Like this is the big deal at the end of the rainbow.